You're gonna be like, how the fuck? You're like, why does that do so much damage? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Um, I was just gonna say I remember when I used to play, or started playing some of the dungeons, and I was like, yo, this is too hard. Like, why is this so hard? And it's long, and oh no, no, it wasn't a raid, it was a dungeon. Um, sort of. They're a little different though, because dungeons you don't need as many people to play with. You can play with like 2 to 3 people, I think. No, 2 to 4. Sorry. Yeah, like a really high level strike, and they're very difficult. Like one of the ones I was doing, I forgot which world it was on, and I forgot the name of it, but it was just very long, very hard, and we had to like figure out how to win. And then when we won, we were like, all right, cool, we finally beat the boss. He was ridiculously hard. It's over now, right? It's like, nope, there's still more. It's like, what do you mean there's more? And another boss. Okay, finally, we killed him. We're done, right? It's like, nope, now you have to figure out how to get out of this cube. Yeah, I'm just like, dude, man, like, I get it, guys, I get it, but come on. Nope, it's never over. It is all for the loot, I can't lie. I am a bit of a loot whore. North to get out, yeah. So we gotta go north, and then we gotta go west. I'm just glad we finally got that, what's it called? That, secret, box that we were trying to get. Took me forever, because I kept getting tired and forgetting what fucking, pattern we were doing. Yeah, because, like, you're going through an arena, and you're trying to focus on not dying, and then you're like, wait a minute, what order was I going in? Because you have to, like, pick a path, and there's a specific path to move to the next floor, and if you do it incorrectly, you'll miss it. And then you have to fight, enemies, over again until you get back up to that point. And so it's like, damn, you really got to make sure you're paying attention. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do this part over again. And these enemies aren't exactly easy. I mean, I learned to love it in Returnal. I learned to love it. Looking back on it, it's really amazing because I never thought I would ever play Dark Souls. Not seriously, anyways. Never. And W. And W. I wanted to play it just because I heard I would see it in like top 10s of like, you know, oh, you know, like the first boss I ever saw was Ornstein and Smoke. They were like, oh, you know, duo bosses, you know, of you know, that were some of the hardest bosses, you know, in gaming, you know, up to that point. West and then east. I love over leveling. Some people don't like it. Hey man, I started out playing Final Fantasy 1, so I know all about that shit. I hear the end game content, or side game content for 12 is pretty hard. Did you kill Yzmat? Yeah, it's the one that has, like 12 million hit points, or whatever they said it was, that you fight in the Coliseum. Yeah. West and then east. Hopefully I did it correctly. He was in the original too. He was. Yeah, I don't know if they made him easier or harder, but I do know about one of the bosses that they added in the international version, which is the Zodiac Age, which is a boss fight where you fight all the judges at once. Yeah, and it's supposed to be ridiculously hard, I hear. I think there's like 8 of them. So you're fighting all the judges at once. Yeah, so hey, some people are able to do it, but you got to do a lot of micromanaging to win. Yeah, you're gonna have to be on your P's and Q's the whole time for sure. You can't let up at all. You know, one of the funniest parts to me about 10 and 12 is like people complain about 10, which I didn't understand the complaint, but they just didn't like the whole water, you know, type of world thing. And then they're like, you know, a few years later, they're like, alright, you know what, you don't like water. Alright, cool, fine. We'll give you desert. Well, we don't like that either. It's like, well, make up your fucking mind. Yeah, it's like, I mean, look, man, or trying to give you, I actually really like the 12's world a lot. I beat the hell out of 10. I did everything, and it took a very long time to complete and do everything. I even fought all the Dark Aeons, which is a part of the, I forgot if that was a part of the American release or they added it with the HD. I forgot. But yeah, I killed all the Dark Aeons and I fought the super boss of that game. What was his name? Penance. He was so ridiculously hard. He's like one of those boss fights to where he also had, he kind of had a countdown too. It was more of those things where he has 3 body parts: his stomach and his 2 arms, and his 2 arms do different things, right? So if you don't destroy one of the arms before a certain turn comes, he will use his ultimate move, and it's a one-shot kill. Yep. And yeah, and that's it. And then you have to start over. I don't remember, but that does sound pretty hard. I know I gotta finish it. I don't even remember what was the last thing I did. Because I had the PS2 version. Sadly, I got the PS2 version way before Zodiac Age came out. So. And I don't really feel like starting over my progress, you know? Oh no, I didn't lose it. I was just saying, like, I got the PS2 version before Zodiac Age, like, was even greenlit. So I was like, it would have been nice to have Zodiac Age, but I don't want to start over, you know, playing Zodiac Age. But I still have my file and everything. I just have to get back to it. Another good RPG, if you ever want to play it, I think it's on the PlayStation Store as well, is Rogue Galaxy. Pretty good. I wouldn't say it's like a no miss type of RPG, but it's pretty fun. It kind of plays like Kingdom Hearts, sorta. No problem. It's on the PlayStation Store. You're basically space pirates. So it's kind of like Cowboy Bebop in that sense. Yeah. And then like you have like a whole motley crew. Some of them are weirdos, some of them are cool. Yeah. Just like Cowboy Bebop. Okay, so we gotta go east. I gotta go east twice. And then north. West! Okay, so then we gotta go east again. And then we gotta go north. We won't fuck this up. We won't fuck this up. Fucked it up. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that. What do you think of the ending of better yet, what do you think about Returnal as a whole? Me neither. What was your favorite? What was your gun of choice? The rifle. Yeah, that's basically how I killed Nemesis, and that's how I killed the last boss. honestly, with the rifle, he became, I don't want to say trivial, but it was a lot easier to hit his points. But my second favorite was a tie between the rocket launcher and the Hollow Seeker. I love the Hollow Seeker. It was amazing. I love that gun. Okay, so we go east one more time, and then we go north. I kind of like all the little, like, gadgets you learn about, like, I forgot what it was called, but the one where, like, if you go inside it, you can be reanimated outside of, the boss, room. The one that looks like a creature was inside it, and if you spend some some of your ether in it, you can get reanimated if you die in the machine. And then there was also the astronaut figurine and spaceship model and wristwatch. There's a lot of different systems that I figured out later. You know what enemy I hated? The one that had the weird arm, and he would like dash around all over the place, and he would try to like slap you. He was like a humanoid type of enemy almost. He was awful, especially in the Fractured Waste. I was like, yo, this is terrible. I think I had to fight two of them at one point. Yeah, the Fractured Waste was pretty hard for me, actually. Okay, so now we just gotta head north. That's west. North, and we should be at our destination, correct? Please, please, please. Yes, we did it correct. This one's not that bad compared to the floor before it. Okay, so the exit, we gotta go east first. You could try to test it on your phone. Break that. Damn, did a lot of damage. Holy crap. Come on. So we have to go east first. Then we gotta go north. So east, then north. God. How are you, bud? Sound tired. Did you have fun? I don't know what game you guys were talking about earlier, but you guys sound like you're having a good time. Is that what it's called? Bolt? Yeah. I think, because you guys are saying like a bunch of names like for different characters. I was like, I don't know, but that sounds cool. Figured it out. No problem. Okay. Now we gotta go north. Alright, so we got that. Then we gotta go east. Weesnaw. No problem. I forgot what was the last thing I was talking to you about. Yeah, we were talking about 12 a little bit. Oh yeah, I started talking to you about Rogue Galaxy. Yeah, it plays kind of plays like Kingdom Hearts, honestly. It's like action. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It gets hard sometimes, you know, it has some difficulty spikes with boss fights, but if you grind, you should be fine for the most part. And then it gets to the point to where sometimes like everyone has like their own like super abilities. So like it gets to the point to where after a while in not boss fights, in regular, you know, fights, you can kind of just spam those abilities and the enemies will die really fast. Yeah. And you know how you get new abilities in the game? By finding new treasure. And it unlocks new abilities. It's cool, right? I was like, yo, I actually really like that system. It like encourages you to, you know, explore. Some of the voice acting's kind of wacky and funny. The story... Oh, that's... I like that. That's funny. Is it like... Ha 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 ha! Oh god. Oh goodness. That's what I'm talking about. The more wacky, the better. You just reminded me, I need to play Xenosaga. Haven't played it yet. Yeah. That's a great question. I don't know if they I imagine they share the same universe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I want to play Saga and I want to play Xenoblade. Ah, damn, fuck, I think I fucked it up. Yeah, Xenoblade, I definitely want to play. I hear it's a lot of fun. Exactly. I know they, I think they put both of them on Switch now. Because for the longest time, I think they only had the first game on 3DS, and I think they had it on like Wii or Wii U or something like that. I was gonna buy it for 3DS, but then you know, I never did, so I'll just get it for Switch. Plus, I could get the Definitive Edition. Yep, I got this game on the Definitive Edition. Okay, so let's try this again. Open up floor 9 or left after this. You know, this boss fight, he better be worth it. So there's actually these death tombs in the game that are pretty cool. There's a lot of content in Dark 2. If you ever play it, yo, it's gonna be like a shock. It's like, wow, they put a lot of effort into it. You know, it's because initially when you see Darksiders, when I was first playing the first one. Oh, can you hear me? Yeah, when I was playing Darksiders 1, I was like, oh, you know, the God of War clone, right? And it's like, yeah, it does play like God of War, but it's like God of War mixed with Zelda because of the puzzles. Yeah, so it has like its own like flair to it, at least to me. To where I'm kind of like, you know, it's kind of a unique experience. It's different. Yeah, they made 4. I'm sure the third one's pretty good. I've seen some videos and pictures of it. I don't know if it's sold well, though. I wonder if it's sold well. Maybe. My guess was just that they, because this is the same company that made Biomutant. So my guess is that they just, yeah, THQ Nordic. Is it the publisher? I'm not sure. It probably is. Yeah, sometimes I forget the distinction between publishers and developer. Yeah. Okay, now north. So east, and then now we go north. We gotta go east again, definitely. Definitely gotta ask Pat. Being surprisingly nice to me so far. I don't like this. It's like you can never trust when video games do that. It's like, nah, man. I don't like how this looks. Speaking of big boss fight, I always love how RPGs do that. Where it's like, oh, look at this big wide open area. Wait a minute. I should save, shouldn't I? Yeah. Yeah, those old tropes. I used to love them. And be like, wait a minute, they have a save right outside this big. Oh. I went through 2 of them. East. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, but then again, there are some RPGs where there was just no warning, and you just fucked. Yeah, but sometimes, like, depending on how, like, badly I got wiped and if I'm able to go back, I'm kind of like, well, that was a bad idea. We need to train more. Always. That used to happen to me a lot in SMT. You should. Very hard. Yeah, they had Dante when they made Devil May Cry 2. They have that version of Dante. Did I do it wrong? What in the... I'm using the wrong combination. Maybe I'm using the wrong combination. So I'm on floor 9, right? I want to make sure. Yeah, I'm on 9. So I don't know why it didn't work. East, north, south. Never eat soggy waffles. Never eat soggy waffles. Important question. The only question. Are you a waffle man or a pancake man? You know, if we're talking Belgium, I gotta go with you there. But if we're talking like, you know, nice buttermilk pancakes and we're talking, you know, good Eggo, you know, type of waffles, they're good, but you can't beat those nice fluffy pancakes at that point. But yes, the ultimate counter is Belgian waffles. I can't lie, when I first had them, they were amazing. The hotel ones are amazing. And plus, I can't lie, waffles hold the syrup better. Okay, let's try this again. East. Let's That's where we're going first. And then we have to go north. Some of the, like, visceral kills in this game are insane, especially on the bigger enemies. Visceral kills on enemies. Those close, QTE type of kills. Yeah, where it's like, oh shit. Nah, you're fine. North. Then we go east from here. Then now we go north, and then after this one it should be south, and we should progress to the 10th place. You know, Ernesto, there were so many days I wanted to stop playing Returnal. But then I was like, I don't want to give up. Like, my brother bought me this game, and I usually don't give up on games like that. Yeah, I had a really tough time with... No, I was gonna say... I had a really tough time with the third world. Citadel or something like that. Yeah. I had a very tough time with the enemies there. The only ones that were worse to me were the automatons. They were awful. Not even just the ones that walk, but the ones that drag their bodies on the ground. And they, like, when you shoot them, yeah, and when you shoot them, they actually move at you faster. Yeah, they do, because they get more aggressive. It was like, oh, this is not good. So, what the? Yeah. I've had some until I run into a certain enemy. And then it's like, oh, come on, man, I just wasted an astronaut figurine. I didn't get to the boss. Why the fuck is this not working? No, there's something off about this. Something's not adding up. Because we're at 9. You know, Tariq, you make me so proud. Watching your sugar brings a tear to my eye. Brings a tear to my eye. Good. You don't need it. Don't need it. Enjoy your Brussels sprouts and your bratwurst. I mean, you could eat that on keto, Brussels sprouts and bratwurst. Tariq's like, I hate you. That's a great question. Tariq, would you like to answer, Mr. Ernesto? I think he walked away. He'll probably be back. We made him nervous. I went through the S, now W, and then 2 E's and an N. Spells swing. Sweetie. Two E's and an N. So now we gotta go to another E and then an N. Hopefully it works. I've been fighting the same enemies for the past 15 minutes. No. Nope. Yeah, no, they want me dead, something bad. And that's funny, my name is Death. That's the character's name. Because you play as one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, so you play as Death in this one. In the first one you play as War. I like War. I kinda miss him. He doesn't die at the end of the first one, but he gets captured. So basically we go on this whole mission in the second one to not only get War back, but to clear his name, because he's being framed for sounding the bell of Armageddon before it was supposed to be sound. So because that happened, all of man, like all the humans died. So now I'm on a journey to try to bring the humans back. Yeah. Yeah, I think, I don't know if the first one's on it, but I know the second one's on PS Plus. Or not Plus, PlayStation Now, if you have that. Okay, and whoa, what? What? That's really weird. Why did it do that? like, threw me out. I don't know why. Rupert? That was kind of a sad movie. Yep. Those bastards knew he was too powerful in that, so they had to get him to kill himself. And who better to do it but yourself? Will Smith? I love how you said William. Tariq was like Ernesto Will Smith. North. And then I gotta go east. This is getting really annoying to do this. It's getting really repetitive. Shouldn't be this difficult to go to the next floor. I guess so. I'm just trying to figure out, like, if I'm putting the combination in wrong, or, like, is the side quest, like, glitched? Like, that would really suck, because I'm on, like, the last floor, too. So, that would piss me off quite a bit, actually. That reminds me of how I felt when, one of the side quests I wanted to complete in Skyrim was glitched, and I was so upset. And there was nothing I could do to fix it. I think it was the one that had something to do with, either killing the Elder Dragon or not killing him. There was something wrong with the quest. I forgot what was wrong exactly. Yeah. James didn't do anything. Disposed of the creature. Now, Ernesto, like you were saying before, you were rudely interrupted by my creature. Penny was barking. I just heard my mom, Penny, go to bed. That was Penny's fate for barking at me. She'll understand someday. North and then south. Vanessa, if you have a son, you should call him Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh. He will be feared. I'm gonna call my kid Titus. Or how they say you should actually call him Titus. Titus gang. Thank God, Jesus Christ. Finally move on to the next floor. Took forever. Now we're on the last floor. And it's called Ascension. Speaking of Ascension, when I played God of War Ascension, and I played it on almost the hardest difficulty, and I had to, I had to do this, this trial at the end of the game called the Trial of Archimedes, and it's so hard, Ernesto. It's so difficult. It was, and it's at the end of the game. Like, after that, the game's basically over. Yep. Main story. No choice. And up to that point, the game had some difficult parts, but, like, nothing, like, ridiculous. And then they hit you with the Trial of Archimedes at the end of the game. And, like, you can imagine a lot of people are pretty pissed about that. They were pretty upset. I mean, I agree with them, you know, it kind of came out of left field. Because, like, imagine you have to do 3 waves worth of a bunch of enemies. First wave is, like, sirens mixed with, gorgons, you know, the serpents. And you have to fight them in a small area. So let's say you survive all that, right? And you get to the second part where the now the walls are enclosed on you, and now you only have like this small little vertical path you can go up and down. So you have to fight these bats and then these ladies with javelins, while the walls have fire coming out of them each time. And then, if you survived all that, Ernesto, and you're still standing, you have the last part, which the last part isn't quite as hard, but by this point you probably ran out of magic, and you're probably pretty low on health. So the last part, no, you have to do it all in one go. Otherwise it doesn't count. I was stuck on that for a while. It hurt. It hurt very badly. Yeah, it was very difficult to win. But boy, did I feel good when I won. I felt like $1,000,000. And then I proudly told myself I would never do that again. Oh my god, when I beat Dark Souls, like the DLC for all 3 games, like, those DLCs pushed me to my brink, man. There was strong consideration in each of the DLCs to where it's like, I don't want to do this. Like, they're asking for too much. I don't want to do this. Yeah. You could ask Tariki there. Tell her Nesto about Dark Souls 2. Yeah. It's the mechanics, but it's also the fact that sometimes the bosses are kind of uneven throughout the main game. There's some hard ones for sure. And then when you get to the DLC, it's all difficult all the time. And then you get ganked all the time by enemies. All the time. No breaks at all. You will feel pain when you play that game. It was not fun at all. You could ask Tariq. I almost didn't even complete it. He almost didn't complete it. Not like beating to the game per se, but like not beating the DLCs, just because like they get ridiculous sometimes. But all in all, as hard as it was, I would say 2 is worth a playthrough at least once. Personally, to me, I think you would like it, but yes, it definitely has some of its drawbacks. But it also has some of the coolest like bosses in the series, oddly enough. If that makes sense, for a game that was so uneven, it has some of the coolest bosses. You know, to be honest with you, I actually really like the lore of Dark Souls 2. It's actually pretty good. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, in order to understand all of the Dark Souls lore up to this point, which, you know, I'm assuming 3 is the end for certain. I don't think they're going to revisit that. But if 3 is the end for certain, you don't have to play 2 to understand, you know, what's happening in 3. Not that it was a dream per se, but it's like, think about it. So you know how they always describe, like in the first one and the third one, oh, you know, kingdoms rise and fall all the time, you know, this always happens. So imagine Dark Souls 2 just being like a recollection of one of those kingdoms rising and falling. Not that it's not important, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter because the flame is still going to go out. Yes, that is a fair way to look at it. I'm uncertain if they made the whole game or only parts canon. That part I don't know. But as far as I know, it should be a part of the timeline somewhere in there. The game also had a stupid policy for summoning people that I didn't like. You can, so basically the game encourages you to, well, not encourages, demands that you basically, if you're going to play with a friend, you got to play, like, from beginning to end with them. If their soul level is a lot higher than yours, then it won't work. Yeah, and it sucked because I tried to help Tyreek, but I couldn't because I had already beaten the game and beat the DLC, so technically I'm too strong for his world, so they won't let me in there. Yeah, you would basically, like, if you wanted to play the whole game together, you would have to play the whole game together. Like, you can't, you know, yeah, it kind of sucked. It kind of soured the experience a little bit for me, because, you know, I wanted to play with them, but I couldn't. I was too powerful, you know, I guess. Because I remember we kept trying to connect, and we were like, oh, it's not working, like, what are we doing wrong? And then it's like, well, it's not, you know, it's not the password, it's not, you know, we have the same affinity to, you know, whatever, not God, same affinity to, forgot what those things are called, yeah, like a covenant, you have the same thing, yeah, so it's like, you should be fine there, and it's like, oh, it's a soul level, like, no wonder, can't do it. That's literally what they said. Yep, that's literally how they have it. Nah, it's not. East, west. Yeah, in three, it's the easiest to summon people. Yeah, it's the easiest to summon people. One has its own little challenges as well, because I think it's like that in 2, or not 2, in 1. But if you cleared the boss fight for that area, you can't summon the person there. Yeah, because I guess they considered that area to be cleared, so you can't summon the person there. The summon sign won't show up. Yeah. It does, doesn't it? Whoa. One of the best Tales games. People were saying Berseria was fun. I actually want to get into the Tales series. Tell me about the Tales series, Ernesto. I studied it a little bit, but I haven't played any of the games to completion yet. Yeah, I'm in love with it already. I'm listening. That's some of the one that I played, actually. I actually really like that one from what I played of it. Yeah. My brother played some of Tales of Hearts. That was the Vita, yo. Yeah. He said he liked it from what he played of it. There's a ton of like RPG franchises and series that I want to play that I hear so much about. I just haven't experienced it for myself. Yeah. You should play the first one. It's on Switch. Best thing I can say about the first one is the style is fantastic, music's really good, the story's actually really good. It starts off subtle, and then like the twists start like hitting you like a ton of bricks towards the end of the game. And it's like some of the twists that like kind of are gut punching that like you see in an anime, and where it's like, damn, that hurts. Yeah, because the stakes are so serious in the game, you know, where you're fighting for your life. Yeah, the Reapers are basically like the game masters that make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very serious tone, especially when it comes to the concepts. I don't know what concepts they hit on in the second one, because I haven't bought it yet. But the concepts in the first one are more of like, you know, what is the meaning of life? You know, what is a life worth living? You know, those type of existential questions. You know, how much of reality is what we perceive versus what is. Yeah, that happens to one of the main characters. He's like an introvert type of character. This is like very base level stuff I'm telling you, like that happens in the very beginning. He's an introvert type of guy, and you could tell like he doesn't really like talking to people. Not so much that he doesn't like people, but he just is so like overly concerned or worried about like, you know, if he says the wrong thing or people think he's weird. And I was like, you know, I kind of feel his plight here. Yeah, that's that boy Neku, man. That's Neku. Oh, he's great. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad he's returned for the sequel. With the way the first one ends, which I'm not going to tell you, of course, because I want you to play it, but it kind of leaves it to where it's like there probably will be a sequel, but I don't know how they're going to go about it. It was kind of like left ambiguous, which is kind of good. And it seems like they have a new cast of characters, so. Yeah, it's not the same people at all, so I'm fine with that though. Yeah, I just really like the K-pop in the game. The K-pop is so good. Yeah. Yeah, if you ever if you ever play the first one long enough, like, some of the songs you're gonna listen to is like, this is kind of weird, but like, yo, this goes kind of hard, like. East. Wait. Did I just come from the east one? West. So I have to go through the east one, right? Yeah. Sometimes on the way to work, I listen to The World Ends With You music. It slaps. I don't know if you're a big Dragon Quest person, but sometimes I listen to the music from Dragon Quest 8, and one of the songs on it is called Traveling Wagon. Traveling with Wagon, sorry. And it's such a, like, I don't know, like, the song just, like, gives you, like, a feeling of hope and, like, wonder. It's one of those. There's no lyrics, it's pure orchestra, and it feels right. That's a good question. I know for Dragon Quest 8 in particular, all their stuff is orchestra based. So there's not lyrics in them, but they do hit. But I also have to keep in mind nostalgia working with me because I played the whole game, so I remember, what happened, when that music was playing. There's this like one like really sad song that like I think back to and I was like, wow, like you just feel like when they're playing it, with the violins and stuff, and the violins are like heavy violins, and you just feel like such an overwhelming sense of sadness. And I was like, damn, that's really sad. But that happens in a lot of Dragon Quest games. It's like, it's happy, but you do see a lot of people suffering in those games, and it's like you see the suffering and you just want to do what you can to help them. You don't want to see them suffer for so needlessly. I think that's part of the reason why I like playing save the world type of games, because it's like, part of me kind of wants to do that in my own little way on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, especially like when you're playing the JRPGs that are like, it's basically like go time, we're about to go take on the big bad guy, and it's like you guys, say your last couple words, and you're just like, we've been on quite the journey. Whatever happens, I love all you guys, and it's like, don't say that. Why are you saying this? Like, we need to head into combat. You're making me sad. And it's like, you know what? I wouldn't have had it any other way. And it's like, come on, man. Come on. Stop it. North. I have to go to the north one. Then south, then west. Hopefully I did this Danny! We were just talking about RPGs. We were talking about how like it's cool to play games that, you know, it plays off of the human, I guess, need to feel like saving the world. And we were talking about how like whenever, you know, you're put in that position of saving the world and you're about to go fight the big bad guy, it's always like, well, you know, I couldn't have done it without any of you. And, you know, if this really is the last time we get to speak to each other, I just want to say I love all of you. And it's like, yo, I don't want to cry right now, man. We're supposed to be prepping to go kill this thing. Just in general, some of the games like that, like a Final Fantasy or a Dragon Quest, they tend to talk like that. You know, they get a little somber as the journey reaches its end. I think the ones that hurt me the most, Danny, are the ones where you guys go in as a team against an impossible foe, and you guys all know in the back of your head, like, yo, we're about to get our shit pushed in, but we have to try. And then you just see Ernesto's going down, you know, Tariq's getting impaled, and you're just like, oh my god, like, this is awful. We'll keep your memory alive, Ernesto. Look, I'm trying to grab him. Oh, you're playing Risk of Rain? I'm enjoying you. Oh, really? Yeah, that's right. I'll save up some money for it. Then I get to play with Danny all the time. No one else. We have reached the Soul Arbiter.
Ours years, the crown is lied. Its true owner cast aside. The kingdom ruled by hate and fear. You will regret coming here.
Oh shit, he's already doing a lot of damage. Aren't they making the, well, actually, it's already made, right? The new version of the PS5? I don't know if they dubbed it the Slim, but I know they kind of changed the parts a little bit. They said it's supposed to, well, there was a fake report out there that it was going to be hotter, but that was proved to not be true. Yeah, some people were concerned about that, but that's actually not true. Me neither. Mine's been functioning very well, actually. I haven't had any issues with it. Shit. I can see that. Yeah, I feel you on that, Ernesto. How do you guys have yours? You guys sit yours upright, or you guys lean on the side? I sit mine upright. Yeah, it is a pretty big console. I could agree with that. Yeah, you see, it was the size of the Japanese guy's torso when they first showed it. The picture, I don't know if you guys saw it. It was pretty funny. But it was still crazy. Like, and he was barely holding on to it because, you know, shit's heavy. Like, when I first pulled it out of the box, I was like, yo, this shit packs. Oh shit. Good question. Ooh. What do you mean? Yeah. I know it. What the? Okay, I guess.
A 1,000 years, the crown is lied. Its true owner cast aside. The kingdom
Come on, man.
hate and fear.
I could have killed him, but he did so much damage. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I'm not gonna lie, at least for me, once you kind of get engrossed in some of the story, it's actually pretty fucking fun. Did you do Forsaken, Ernesto? You did all of Forsaken? The Forsaken one's pretty good. That's one of the earlier packs that you'll enjoy if you decide to play it, Danny. No, it's on PS4. Yeah, it's on everything. seriously? Damn, that's crazy. So they ain't gotta pay a dime. Game Pass is a very smart thing. It's just PlayStation doesn't like to make money, man. They don't like their customers. You're right about that. They really don't. Yeah, it's not. It's nothing like Game Pass from what I've been told. Game Pass is still way better. To the point to where I've heard, like, you can play, like, let's say Red Dead Redemption 1 on the Xbox and actually improves the game, like how the game functions. I was like, wow, it's amazing. Why can't we have that? Literally clicked it. Death. Executioner's hooks. Executioner's hooks are brutal weapons meant only to deliver a swift and savage end. According to records in the scriptorium, these weapons carried out the sentence for many prisoners who opposed the charred council. These hooks strike heavy blows that build upon each other to gorge horrific wounds. The Crown of the Dead. Crown of the Dead previously adorned the brow of the deposed king, Argul. The crown was enchanted to provide monetary riches in return for destruction. The crown is infamously responsible for inciting pernicious greed. Thus, placing it into the hands of the Chancellor would be a foolish mistake, not matter. Alright. Right. We finally completed this side mission. Finally. Side mission's over. Now I gotta go fight the last boss. That's literally me nowadays with games where I beat it and it's like, wow, thank God that's over. Uninstall. I want to play Control for sure. Oh, SCP? Oh, he's talking about the SCP experiments. Turn to the Chancellor. No, it's STP, no. It, it's whatever you want it to be, Ernesto. I'm here for you. I accept you. I have the crown.
I knew I could count on you. Now, hand it over, and the reward is yours. No, I think this crown will be of more use to me than to you. But, your reward? Unless you wish to take it by force. I thought not. Do take care where you step, Osman. The dead still rise.
Hey, that's the exact reason why it's kind of hard for me to play Elder Scrolls games sometimes. Like, playing Oblivion was a lot of fun, but I had to play only Oblivion. For me, when I play those games, I could only play those games. I have to play them day in and day out and decide what quests I want to do, which ones I don't want to do, and eventually beat the game at the end. Oh, I touch the main quest here and there, but I do a shit ton of the side stuff. Unless it's just level specific and too hard, then I leave it alone for later. Some help. At least 2 or 3, that would be nice.
Browse to your heart's content.
Danny, can hear you.
He
said, where do I pillage?
But wherever would you put?
Alright, it's fight boss. Are you guys ready? Let's save twice, just in case. Alright, let's do it. The root of corruption. The well of souls.
Have you ever wondered, Death, why you are untouched, while those around you wither and rot in the grip of corruption? Could it be that you are already blackened by the sin of betrayal? How can you defeat that which seethes in your own heart? You cannot stop me without forever damning your soul! Then so be it.
Holy shit. Alright, goddamn. Hey, he is coming from my ass. Oh, he blocked me. Oh, he's grabbing me. Oh. Did he get bigger? Holy shit. Got hit by that. Come on, Death. Come on, Death. That's some good damage there. Or now, so you're too kind. You carried. Oh shit. Let me go. That wouldn't be a bad idea. My God. Give me your yoke, give me your yoke, give me your yoke. Danny, you should call that your channel name. He gives Yeti uppies. Shit. Ah, damn it. I'm dead. that's it. Yep, I'm dead. Jesus Christ. What a way to kill me. Oh shit, I got lucky. Stop. No! Wait! Oh damn it, I died. Aw, damn, now I gotta listen to his whole monologue again. Come on, man. If only I could. Nope, they're like, oh, there is a skip. You're right. They could. They just chose to be kind to me this time. Good old From Software. Good old Carry On Software. What type of video game would you make, Ernesto, if you had the manpower and the money? What about? Is there like voice acting you want? Or, you know, you want it to be a long game, a short game? Damn it. Alright, we're doing a lot better this time. It's a pretty cool boss fight. I wouldn't say S tier. I'd say it's B. Like pretty good, but like not like the best last boss I've ever, you know, played against in an action game, but pretty good. That would have to go to Virgil from Devil May Cry 5. Oh shit. He was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed his boss fight. And I thought it was good back then when they did Devil May Cry 3. They just amped it up in 5. Fucking hell. Come on, 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 come on. Come on, break, 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 break. Okay. Break, 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 break. Time to die. Kill him, Death. It's giving him that work.
Take my hand once more, brother.
Farewell.
I've killed Absalom. Stopped the corruption. I stand at last at the Well of Souls, with no idea what I must do next.
It is quite simple. And yet,
Crowfather.
difficult.
I'm in no humor for riddles, Crowfather.
You may tap the power of the well to return the kingdom of man. Or you may resurrect the Nephilim. But know that choosing one will forever doom the other.
My brother War. I would protect him above all.
To return man to the earth will require a sacrifice.
Did I just take my mask off?
Thus from death
Yeah.
came life, and the seeds of humanity were resown. But death's journey was not ended. On the shattered earth, his brother War had slain the destroyer.
You will be hunted. The White City for certain. The Council, and there will
Oh,
be
they're
others.
recollecting
Who
what
waged
happened at
this
the end of the
war
first game.
alone?
No. Not alone.
War had broken the seventh seal, summoning the horsemen of the apocalypse. And the number of the riders shall ever be 4.
And we beat the game! Yeah! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to take the time to thank Dan the man. The GOAT! I must also thank Mr. Ernesto for talking me through the maze, that horrible maze. Credit all around, even to you, my delightful viewer, whoever you may have been. But it was a fun game. It was bigger than the first one. I would say story-wise, I feel like it was a tad bit better. Not a lot better than the first one, but a tad bit better just because of Death's tie to the Nephilim and him forsaking his Nephilim brothers to bring back the humans. I kind of like that dynamic. I kind of like this Diablo-esque thing they did with looting and, you know, stat-based character and, you know, the skill tree and whatnot. It was definitely different. Excuse me. I like the soul. Yeah, I like the soul splitter ability. You know, where you could split your soul into two. Thought that was a cool new ability in this one. You split your soul into two, and the real you is a statue. So basically, you would use it for a lot of puzzles in the game. So that one was pretty cool. I like the death grip. You know, so you're able to grab onto platforms. You know, when traversing the world, or grab onto enemies. You know, for combo damage. I thought it was interesting how his main weapon was his double sides, but then also his secondary could be an axe, it could be a hammer, it could be a gauntlet. You know, it kind of depended on what you wanted to use. The game had side quests, like specifically defined side quests compared to the first one. I feel like there was more NPCs in this one. And the NPCs were pretty varied, from like giants, from stone giants to, you know, members of the dead, of the Kingdom of the Dead, and old warriors from heaven. I also really like the different environments, being able to go through the whole Kingdom of the Dead, to in old secluded angel ground called Lost Light, even back to Earth at one point, to the Maker's Land. There was a bunch of different areas in the game that you could go to. I thought the skill tree was pretty interesting, but there was definitely, after a while, you kind of figure out what you want, and you don't really find the need to go down certain paths once you reach maybe level like 16 or 17. You kind of more or less know what you want. I like the voice acting quite a bit. I like the voice acting in the first one as well, but in the second one, it seemed like everyone had a pretty prominent voice across the board. The boss fights were bigger. Would I say they were better? That's a good question. I would definitely say they were bigger, for sure. I would... Okay, maybe not God of War Wyvern level. That was ridiculous. But they were definitely bigger than the ones in the first one. But I will say the ones in the first one felt, I guess, more personable to War's specific journey, while the ones in the second one, they were specific to Death's journey, of course, but it seemed like it was more of a wider palette of, bosses, from what I could tell. So I guess I don't know. It's kind of a coin toss. Yeah, it's kind of a coin toss. Yeah. One of the things that held this game back pretty greatly, though, is that it seemed like it had a lot of glitches, way more than the first game did. So that was one of the things that kind of held the game back a little bit. It kind of breaks the immersion, sorry, pretty often when the application closes or the you just reach a weird glitch of some kind. I'd say the ending was somewhat satisfying, but it definitely leads into the DLC pretty heavily. I would say I preferred the ending of the first one a little more. And as far as who I liked better between Death and War, just as a character, I would probably say I liked War as a character a little more. Maybe because I felt like he appealed more to the humans, the human side, more than Death did, because Death is a Nephilim.
You are alone, Lilith. Where are my Nephilim?
My prince,
The end war is upon us. Yet instead of the army you promised me, Death has returned man to the balance.
Oh, who is Lilith talking to?
your punishment.
This time, Lilith, you will get no pleasure from it.
Goodness. Nightmare mode. No. Ernesto? No, I was saying, what were you saying? Yeah, the character for 2. Somewhat, it just felt like he was more intertwined with the humans' fate, because he was the one that was blamed for, the humans getting killed and dying. Because, the end war is supposed to happen, of course, but, it was wrong too early, so basically man was not ready to engage into the war with heaven and hell, so they got decimated. Respect. I guess they didn't give me the trophy for beating the game on apocalyptic. It's probably because I started on normal by mistake. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, technically, yes. It was the hardest. I beat it the first game on Apocalyptic, and I beat this one on Apocalyptic. But I think the reason they didn't give me the trophy is because I started the tutorial on normal, and then I switched it to Apocalyptic before I got out of it. But I guess you have to start it directly as Apocalyptic, otherwise the trophy doesn't count. Yes, sir.
This has been the journey so far. The Lord of the Black Stone has vanished. His smile a promise. There is more to come. Will you find the strength to restore the Third Kingdom? Or is it your brothers who will emerge?
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. I beat it on Give Me a Challenge. Okay, so I guess we'll start. Well, I'll end the stream and then I'll start the DLC. So I'll see you guys in a second for that. Peace.